I wanted to quickly go through a problem that someone brought up in office hours, which is how to play and pause a video in your patch such that it can respond to motion for the play and pause. You may have tried something like I've got a grabber here, motion detection, the number of the motion, and if it's greater than this, with my change, I want to do something like start or stop the video. So if I take a toggle and I connect it directly to my video player and try that, the the motion, I mean, it'll work, but as soon as I stop moving, it's going to stop playing the video. And then every time I start moving, it's starting the video from the beginning, which is what we're telling it to do, right? The toggle, if we look at what we're getting out there, we're sending zeros and ones with the toggle, right? And 0 means stop everything, and 1 means play the first track from the beginning. So that's what it's doing. If we want to pause and play, or like pause and then resume from where it left off, we need to do some other things. And so it's help to check the help files, right? So if I open the playlist help and then go over to the advanced tab, or not even that, the playback tab, it'll show me some other things, right? There are these universal pause and resume buttons, which are just messages that I can use for the whole playlist. So that's what I've done. I've just taken a pause and resume message here, and if I play this video now and pause and resume, pause and resume, so those work as I would expect. So now how can we translate our toggle into those buttons, right? We're going to think back to the sequencer project where we had a counter counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and we wanted to do something different on each of those beats. The 1, the 2, the 3, they're all going to be different files, right? How did we do that? We used a select. So if I say select 0, 1, and instead connect my toggle to that, now, as long as my video is playing, I can use motion to pause. You know, it's going to pause when I stop, and it's going to play when I start, and play and pause, and play and pause. Okay, so that's a really simple way to do a play pause with motion. What if I wanted to make this more like a toggle, right? Like one wave starts it, a next wave stops it, and then another third wave starts it again. This is slightly more complicated, but not overly so. If I look at the change object, the second outlet here is going to give me a 1 whenever I go from 0 to non-zero. So if I watch this bang in my toggle, when the toggle turns on, I get that bang. But when the toggle turns off, I don't get a bang, right? So it's just like detecting the rise of change. That alone doesn't do me too much good, right? And this is just a 1. Like I could put that directly here. Like what happens if we do that? That's just going to like play the video from the beginning every time I wave. Like that's not exactly what I want to do. But if I take that 1 and make it a bang, right? So a bang button so I can see it, but then put the bang button on a toggle, you'll notice that that toggle is doing exactly what I want to do. It's alternating each time it detects motion between being on and off. So if I take this toggle and connect it to my select, now I'll have one swipe gesture to play, and one to stop, and one to play, and one to stop, and one to play. So that's just to show you that there's a number of different ways that you can combine these objects, right? And so if I'm doing something with the play and the pause and the resume, I'm going to need something else to trigger that initial playback of my video. So I might also need something like a load mess 1, so that the video will start playing, automatically when the patch loads. So think about all these different ways that you can combine your like motion and how you want to like determine that, like if you want to use it as a classifier like we are here, if you're going to use the continuous motion to drive like the rate of playback of the video or something like that. There's a lot of different things you can do, and sometimes it takes a little bit of like odd thinking to figure out how exactly to get what you want, but it is all possible.